All right, it is the Oddcast Podcast on PodCityPodcastNet.com. And, of course, you can go to the Oddcast Podcast. I'm Mondo with Al Franken and Melissa Plaskoff.
Wow. That's as close as I've been to a woman in years.
I'm offended.
So we got to try it 3 times.
Yeah, we did.
But
good rehearsals.
Who's counting? Yeah, we rehearse. We do things around here. Hey, great show lined up for you today, and it's a day that I'm making money, so I love that. I'll make the money at the end of the show. You'll see how, and it comes from none other than Melissa Plaskoff. But we discussed last week, before we get to Morning Wood, we discussed a bunch of stuff, and we're going to talk about Morning Wood. At the end of the show, we kind of talked about some stuff that happens to men, and I am convinced about this. And then we had Jagger on the phone, and he was like, no, it's not true. Well, we have an expert who's going to tell us whether it is true. Don't know if you saw the news about Cards Against Humanity. Dean's going to fill you in on that. And yes. I did a Mondo around the Metroplex at Big Al Smokehouse Barbecue, and it is fantastic. If you are like, I don't want to do anything about Thanksgiving this year, they'll get you squared away. And then, of course, we're going to talk about our Thanksgiving plans. Melissa has a secret ingredient to her very famous Kraft macaroni and cheese.
It's a secret.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
But are you going to share it?
Maybe. I don't want to offend you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very offended about it.
And we're going to talk about that, the lawyer, the Uber driver. But that's not the story. There's more of a story.
We're talking about the hot Uber driver.
Yeah. So, well, now, wait a minute. We'll get to it. We don't want to give him everything, but I don't know.
He actually drives for Uber.
Uber.
Mondo was an Uber driver.
I was. I was a Yuckber driver.
Were you really?
I was. I was a premium driver, though. I'll tell you about it.
And then
Uber. I know. In Pleasant Grove, I was
buying a tractor and pick you up. A riding mower.
Not that obvious. Also, we got some giveaways that we're going to do today. We'll tell you how to do it. It's a sneak peek at North Park for the trains that they do at North Park. We got some tickets we'll be giving away there, and got a brilliant What Would Jagger Do? We'll have Jagger on at the end of the show, and that's where I'm going to win my money. But first of all, hello, guys.
Good morning.
Yeah. Hey. And also, I did a surprise for Dean's son, who is helping me with an ATV problem that I have that I'm taking up Dean's garage for. And so I did something for his son who's helping me out. So anyway, all right.
Okay, I think before we get to anything,
go ahead.
Last week was very exciting to talk about Crudo vodka.
It was.
Right? We noticed something. When I say we, you know it's not we.
No, it's Jagger.
Right. So, of course, I get the call. Take note at this moment. This was the timestamp.
Put it on a loop and put it to some house music.
And this is what he wanted me to show you.
What is it?
Let's take a look.
Oh, God. Of course. Yeah. Hey, you know I got moves, son. If you see like how I roll like that, can you imagine how sexual I am in bed?
I cannot.
Oh.
But that just was so offensive.
I've often thought because of our content, we're either listened to by the CIA or prisoners.
Or
and
both.
I think you might have just made some guys' night.
I think so.
Cell Block H is celebrating.
So let me guess. Jagger saw that.
They just dropped a lot of soap.
I wonder how many sex dreams Jagger's had about me. Because he loves.
Ooh, I know that number.
Well, tell me. Break the news.
That's our WWJD.
I'm offended.
I just got some money back.
I'm offended. I know. Very offended. I'm very offended by everybody. Everyone I love is turning out to be a perv. But I call BS on the Al Franken
I think we should
thing.
go reverse. Who's not a perv? Because, right? I think that would be the better question.
Well,
why not be like, oh, he is, I am, me too, me. Like, okay, raise your hand if you're not. Just be easier.
Probably, and then no one would raise their hand. Hey, speaking of being offended, we are getting into a subject not safe for work. I suppose. So if you're
Well,
listening,
could be safe.
Possibly. So if you're watching us, listening to us at work, just fair
Turn
warning.
your volume up.
Yeah, fair warning. All right. So I mentioned last week that men wake up with morning ragers because they needed to go urinate. And Jagger was like, no, it's been proven. I worked with Dr. Judy,
Who was that?
a certified sex therapist and something else.
Clinical psychologist.
There we go. Yes. And so we were discussing that, and I said,
podcast where all comedy bits come to die.
I couldn't remember. But I was like,
I'm offended.
I was like, come on, man. You know it's true. And Jagger was adamant. So Melissa went out, and who did you talk to, Melissa?
I spoke with Dr. Keith Kadesky, who I have a relationship with because he actually performed a vasectomy on my husband. I went in with a GoPro that day. I was so excited.
Really?
No, but I was there, and there's no nurse. It's just the doctor, and I was like the assistant. It was so exciting. I got to see the vas deferens. I got to see all the things, and I had to make sure this was a done deal. Anyway, so with the debate between the two of you, I said, I am going to put on my reporter hat, investigative reporting. And I called Dr. Kadesky to get the inside scoop on the morning wood.
Okay, and real quick, again, I said that you get morning wood because you urinate. Jagger said you cannot do that.
Yeah, basically you were saying you wake up hard because you have to pee.
That's it. And he's like, impossible, because if you got every time you had a rager, it means you needed to go pee. So here is what the doctor said.
Okay, so I have Dr. Kadesky on the phone. He's with Urology Clinics of North Texas, and I know he's fabulous because he performed a vasectomy on my husband. I got to watch. He's a total pro. So welcome, and thank you for your time. I know you're very busy.
Sure.
Okay, so if a man wakes up with an erection...
Oh, God. Morning wood. Why does this keep happening?
Is it because he needs to urinate?
I'm whizzing with the door open, and I love it.
So sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. And a lot of times it depends. If the bladder's full, that's not an uncommon reflex reaction. You know, guys typically dream at night, and it's normal to have multiple erections at night, especially for younger men.
So if you're saying sometimes yes, sometimes no, during the day, why don't men have an erection if they have to pee?
Usually their bladders don't get that full. At night when you're asleep, typically you don't wake up unless your bladder's really full.
May I ask you a few random questions?
Sure.
Okay. There are some products out there that claim they can do things to enhance size of the man's penis. True or false?
Mostly false.
But what does mostly false mean?
Well, there's some things that you can do, but they're no over-the-counter products that'll do anything.
Okay, so if you're going to use like a pump or a pill.
It doesn't really affect anything. You're stuck with what you were born with.
What's the average penis size?
Depending on which data you're looking at, it's about 6 inches, which converts in the male mind to about 8 or 9.
Right. Rumor has it, if you eat celery, it will increase your sperm volume.
It is a rumor.
Not
but
true.
Not a fact.
Not a fact. What about taste?
I don't think there have been any randomized studies looking at that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Keith Kadesky with the Urology Clinic.
All right. So as I said to Jagger, and I'm offended, Dean.
Sorry.
Very upset, Al Franken.
Sorry.
As I said, and I'm proven right, I get a pink Post-it that if you sleep and you wake up with a rager, we call it a piss hard. And he's like, you don't get piss hards. And now you can, you know what, Jagger, you can suck it now.
Oh my gosh, I'm so offended.
No, because
Very
I'm
offended.
right again.
Purple.
I'm right. Sick of him.
Some of the time.
No.
Some of the time, you're right.
No.
You know, in that video, that was Jagger peeing. Isn't that funny?
Was that really?
No, because that bathroom is too pedestrian.
Oh my gosh, there was actual trash in the trash can.
Right.
Yeah,
Could
no
not
way.
have been his
No,
bathroom.
everything would have been made up, flowers, all that other stuff. All right, so I'm proven right yet again. Just
No,
add to
I'm
my-
calling this a draw because
No.
the doctor said
It was maybe
sometimes.
yes, maybe no.
No.
So it's
Yes,
kind
it's
There
of
was
a
no
draw.
maybe. There was
This
no
is,
maybe.
he's the referee.
Arbitrator.
Yeah. So
But here's
Jagger's
the-
right and you were right.
Here's the problem. Dean would always take Jagger's side instead of mine. So I
That is
call
not
for a
true.
win.
because of my paycheck.
Thank you. Mine too. We're affected by it. All right. So another big story that came out this week was a game.
Hold on.
What?
Average penis size. We didn't talk about it.
Oh, average penis. They said 6 inches.
Okay.
Yes.
So are we feeling?
Both-
how are we feeling in this room?
Both in girth and in length.
God.
Oh my God! What
like
are you,
a
a frisbee?
Square.
Like a coffee
Oh.
can. It's like one of those coffee
Wow.
cans.
Like a yeah.
That would be awful.
But everyone's feeling okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm not because I gained so much weight and that you lose.
He leans against the counter to push it out.
No, but if there was actual penetration going on, it would be, you'd get the full effect. But it's just there's stuff around it now, so it appears much
Diminished.
less-
And you're Irish.
Okay, but did you do jumping jacks this week?
What is
Yes, I did.
Remember the hypnotist? He got all motivated.
For those of you just tuning in, we had a hypnotist come in and try to motivate me, and
It lasted one day.
yes, no, I'm taking vitamins every day. There's that still.
See?
Yes, and I do listen to those, and they help me fall asleep. I fall asleep to them all the time. I'm afraid I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night and start typing or something. But no. But Marina is awesome. She helped me quite a bit. So anyway, yes, the size. I don't know. Have you ever heard complaints? Margo?
Never. I've never been.
But
like,
would a woman complain and go, "Oh,
Oh gosh.
Shame-
Why am I?
sh-
Oh my.
Well, you're the girl. Have you
Okay.
ever had a boy? I know you've only been with 2 boys.
Only.
Your husband and somebody else. But did you ever tell the other guy?
I wouldn't tell the other person. I may tell a friend.
That's the thing about women.
but were you ever disappointed
There was a moment that I was a little surprised.
at the
Really?
It
Yeah.
wasn't what you thought it would be.
It was just very thin.
Really.
Like a ruler.
Now, once the act took place, though, was it still
Are we?
enjoyable?
Is this allowed? Are we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're a podcast. We can say
I
anything
know. I
we want.
know that, but there's like video and like we're all
all
going to
right.
get in trouble.
No,
and-
we're good.
Okay. What's the question?
Once the act took place, however, with
It was
this
fun,
pipe
yeah.
cleaner that you're calling a
Aw,
boyfriend, was
It
it
was
all
like-
right? Really?
No.
A number 2 pencil.
It wasn't very good.
No. And that's like saying now that's you're going to go back and say, well, look at her. She's probably no. But
Yeah.
as far as because it's
Like
like
the,
you have to mesh well, right?
Like the bell clapper. Can't hit either side.
Right. So I don't want it to sound like that I'm loosey goosey.
Go ahead.
But no, I think that but that's like for guys out there, you can't help it, right?
Yeah, if you were born with a ding instead of a dong, that's just how it is.
Right. And like,
You
who am
cannot-
I to judge that? And like, I'm sure now this person has a family and I know
And all
that-
his kids are tall and skinny.
yes,
for some
super
reason.
Slim Jim.
No, listen, the skinny guys, they're always born with these enormous packages. We worked with a guy that they called him a monstrosity, and he was skinnier than anything. And they said, this guy is a monstrosity.
But here's the deal with guys. I've heard that guys totally scope each other's penises out and they look and they know, which is fine. I'm not saying good or
When
bad,
do you
but
think this happens?
when?
In the gym shower.
Oh,
Gym
okay.
shower. I mean, like again, the gym locker room, I hear it's like the towel around the neck, all the business
Hands
hanging.
on your hips. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was part of a gym membership for a while for the old show, and there was guys who would come out like,
Yeah, but so how do you not look? That's like saying in the woman's locker
think
room.
you do.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the boobs, and you look, and someone's like got this
let me
massive
clarify.
bush.
I was not looking for. It was suddenly there. It was more of a surprise than me sitting there hoping and hoping.
Well, no,
I heard the shower water come off in 5, 4, 3. It wasn't anything like that. But I'd be like getting ready, and a guy would walk by, and you just but you couldn't help but know. But I wasn't looking
Right.
for.
So you're like, oh my gosh, it's either massive or you in your mind maybe you have a thought.
I was at a gym. It was White Rock Athletic Club, and they had showers in there. And there was a dude who always showered right at the entrance, and he always had the thing open. And his showers lasted like an hour. I would go in to work out, and when I'd come back out into the locker room, he'd still be in the shower looking around, and I knew he was trolling.
Right.
And it's like, what are you doing, Holmes? And I think he got complaints about what he was doing because he just didn't care. He was just like,
So he was looking for guys.
probably
Or
because
just, it was
why are you
like-
taking a shower for an hour plus with the thing open?
Yeah, it can get uncomfortable. I think for women too, like when you're changing and there's all this stuff going on and not everyone's groomed and whatever, it's uncomfortable. And so I'm not into like just changing in front of everyone.
See, Jagger could never understand. Like I didn't mind, but look, I was in athletics, my high school, even in college, I played college. So
bragger.
look, no, but I mean, we always took showers and didn't think about it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
You just go in there, you shower up, you talk about whatever, and then you leave. You're not.
Well, see, it's different now because my son is in 7th grade, and like they take showers in their underwear. Like they go in, they bathe because they got to, they're sweaty and stuff, but they wear their underwear and then they come out and then they wrap a towel and take that off.
It's like, it's a whole process.
But that's
Is
like
it
the school
really?
policy. That's
Yeah.
like you're required to do that.
Yeah, man. We had jock straps, dirty jock straps everywhere.
No.
People,
And the coaches are apparently always standing there watching everybody, make sure there's no horseplay or rude comments or anything.
Yeah.
Like it's very, very different. Now.
We live in a different world. Mine too. Changes clothes. They don't shower yet, and there's this line to go behind this place to change into the gym clothes, and they even have their underwear on. But we just live in a different time.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Oh, speaking of living in a different time, so there's a game called Cards Against Humanity
Yes.
in the news, and people's feelings get hurt. And if you've never played it, my wife got us that game a couple years ago, and for Christmas. And after we were reading through it, we were like, I don't know if our family would actually like. Some of my brothers might like it, but my mom is no way would I play it with my mother.
Yeah.
Well, some news came out about him, and so Dean, if you want, kind of set up what happened.
Yeah, so what Cards Against Humanity did is they have a new thing called Cards Against Humanity Saves America. And this was, I tried to get it on yesterday to buy a deck of cards, $15. It's over now. You can't do it. But all these people donated, and what they did with that money is they went and bought property on the border wall or the border where Trump is going to build his wall. So now he can't build it there, and they have attorneys who are going to fight it. But the part of the brilliant thing they did is if you donated, you became an owner of a strip of land.
Oh, funny.
So there's like 150,000 people. So if they want to try and stop, if they want to start building, they have to take 150,000 people to court.
Yeah.
It'll be tied up. They can't claim eminent domain or anything like that.
No, it's going to take years and years. So
Litigation.
I don't know how big I don't know if it's 2 miles or a half acre. I don't know how much money, they actually had to, or how much you can buy for that amount of money. But it was genius because it puts, so now the border is going to, it's just going to stop, and there's just going to be an open space, and there's nothing that can be done about it. So it's brilliant.
Great. It was a great move.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then what happened is people started writing into Cards Against Humanity. And because of that, look, they're kind of snarky and they had smart ass responses, but the people were serious in their questions. So here are some of the questions that happened. What are you saving America from?
Injustice, lies, racism, the whole enchilada.
Well, you said you weren't going to do one of these complicated holiday promotions again.
We're liars, just like the president.
Are these surprises going to embarrass me or the person who's getting them?
The surprises contain no sexual content, graphic violence, or footage of Donald Trump watching Russian prostitutes urinate on a bed Obama slept in. They do have some naughty words, though. So what they're talking about is if you donated over the next few days, Cards Against Humanity is going to send you these gifts. And it's a big surprise as to what their gifts are going to be. But they always do really clever stuff. Last year they did this thing where they dug a big hole, and they said, as long as we're getting donations, we're going to keep digging the hole. And they raised a bunch of money, like $70,000. And they're like, okay, we're done. Then they filled up the hole and reseeded it, and they gave the money they donated it to charity. So they just do these wacky things all the time.
That's cool, though. I like that.
But I love this. I think this is great against the whole, the orangutan in office who's trying to destroy everything.
The turkey.
Yeah.
I'm offended.
I am too.
I'm offended in
And I have been since November of last
in
year.
orangutans. And speaking of turkeys, look at you. So, hey, there's a bunch of drama around holidays, especially when it comes to this time of year. I think people get more depressed around this time of year, mainly because, like my wife today, she calls me and she wanted to start itemizing everything for Thanksgiving. All right, what do we have? What don't we have? We need to make a list. So tonight she wants us to sit down. I said, no. We're good. But if you're not good, in other words, if you haven't even considered what you're going to get, this Mondo around the Metroplex for you today is going to hook you up. Check it out. Hey, it's Mondo. So if you're trying to make your holidays drama-free, you want to come over to Big Al Smokehouse. Why? Because they're actually taking care of your Thanksgiving for you, whether it's a Cajun smoked turkey, fried turkey, ham. They got you squared away. We're going to show you right here at Big Al's Barbecue in Dallas, right off of Inwood, the 3200 block of Inwood, and you are going to get your Thanksgiving taken care of this holiday season. They use hickory for your holiday smoking needs, and we're going to take a look at some of the turkeys that they have in there right now. If you want your own turkey to be smoked, it can be done right here at Big Al's Barbecue. So let's take a look at that, Pedro. See what you got. So obviously we're on our beautiful smoker. And again, we're using hickory. How long's your smoke for your turkey?
10 hours.
10 hours at a slow smoke at about 315 maybe? 315 degrees?
But 300.
300 degrees?
Not all the time. They keep it
Right. But you'll also do not just hickory smoke, but you also do fried turkeys. And I also see you have some barbecue beans in there?
Yes.
So what kind of barbecue beans are you putting bacon in it?
You just got a pork in it.
Pork in it.
Just brown sugar, barbecue sauce, smoked sauce.
And then when it comes to after the smoke, are y'all glazing it with anything? Or are you rinsing it? The smoke does all the work.
Yes, sir.
And then the fat is rendering and dripping down on top. You might be able to see the fat rendering from the turkeys dripping down on top. So it's self-basting it. And, oh man, Big Al's Barbecue, you want to try it out. It's just fantastic. Well, what Big Al's is trying to do is wish you a happy holiday. Take the drama out of your house and let them take care of everything that you need to do. Here's where they're located on the map. Now, they do have the Cajun fried turkey. That's what you see right here. That is an extra $15. Now, the complete family feast is $89.95 for a whole hickory smoked turkey. You'll also, with that, get seasoned green beans, not green bean casserole. That is an extra charge as well. You'll also get some great cornbread dressing. It's absolutely fantastic. You can see the celery and onions in there. Nice and moist. That's exactly like how I like my cornbread dressing. And then from there, you'll get a whole pan of the mac and cheese if that's what you want, or smashed potatoes, but they will top that off. There, of course, is the gravy as well. And you'll get a side of cranberry sauce with that. Dozen fresh baked rolls. You'll get butter. Now, these are fresh baked. These aren't Parker House rolls that came frozen and all that stuff. So you're going to get yours. And, of course, don't forget the smashed potatoes, which is different, of course, than mashed potatoes. And let's not forget, hey, it's Thanksgiving. You got to have dessert, right? Well, how about some pecan pie for your beautiful needs? And yes, they tried to see how many deviled eggs I could get. 1, 2, and that's it. Sorry, guys. Couldn't do it. All right, so if you're looking to get fixed up, Big Al's Smoke. I'm offended. Al Franken in studio with Melissa.
Jansen, I tell you to keep telling us when we're about to go on air, sir. Please.
I know. It's Mondo Dean and Melissa again.
When's our next break?
I know, right? Oh, look at you. So
that looked delicious.
I'm excited about Thanksgiving. Yeah, and you know, that's the cool thing is if you go to Big Al's, they also do catering, so you know you can really take it out of your hands. But the food there is absolutely great. And usually when I do Mondo around the Metroplex, I don't say they have the best this or that. Get the moist brisket if you go there.
I can't deal with that word.
Offended. Mm-hmm. Moist. Does
moist,
it have to be
delicious?
Yeah.
So my Thanksgiving plans for this year. Amanda's like, all right, what do you have? What do you have? What do you have? What do you have?
So she wants to know how many cans of like pumpkin mix you have.
Cans?
Oh, I asked yesterday about cream of mushroom soup, and I was like, he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you know those onions you put on top, like the French
Yeah, for the French onion.
Yeah.
No, that's for green bean casserole.
Green bean casserole, yeah.
You guys don't know how to do it. See, what I need to do is show you the hacks. First of all, I don't use can of cream mushroom. I do my own. But I use a base, a portobello mushroom.
That's nice,
base.
Bilbo Baggins, if you have time to go out and
you think
dig
I have
up
time for
mushrooms
that?
and stuff.
No, you don't pick your own mushrooms.
In my front yard.
An Indian, no, those will kill you. An Indian supermarket has already cooked real onions that are fried, and you use that as your topping instead of the little crunchy canwas they have.
I want to know about your hacks for the day after, because there's so much, you know, you kind of go through Thanksgiving, there's all this food, and then it's like after you've got the turkey, what do you do next? Do you like make a...
I make mush. Okay, so I make a thing called mush. And here's
Sounds amazing.
No, here's what mush is.
I'm offended.
Get some King's Hawaiian rolls, cut them in half, take it off. Then you get your turkey, stuffing, green bean casserole, and gravy. Mix it all up in a bowl, and then put it on top of the lower half of the King's Hawaiian bread, okay? Put cheese on top of that, then put the top roll on, cover it with aluminum foil, bake it in the oven for about 10 minutes, and you've got a amazing sandwich that's got melted cheese with all the stuff that you eat for Thanksgiving.
So we come to your house on Friday for that.
You'll be like kicking yourself like, why wasn't I here?
Okay, so how many people are you having?
It's going to be light. It's just going to be me, my wife, my daughter, and my brother-in-law.
And your mother-in-law.
No, my mother-in-law's
Oh.
having surgery on Monday to get a knee replacement, so we are not going to have her with us.
Oh,
She's
no.
going to be in the
we
hospital.
we just found out. Yeah,
That's
she
why you've been
scheduled it.
happy.
Is it that obvious? So
Yes.
elated.
Oh, well, you'll take her a plate up to the hospital, won't
We
you?
will. It might taste like almonds, but that's okay.
Okay, so you'll be with your family.
I'll be with my family doing everything.
Jansen, what's your plan?
We are going to go see my lovely fiance's family.
Aw.
We're going to go see her grandma.
What part of
town?
Different state?
Yeah, no, it's here in Texas.
Oh,
I don't know. It's
Plainview.
quite a while. It's
Is
like
it?
a 2-hour drive.
Oh,
so.
that's not.
Well,
that's not a big
Now, is it out in the country or is it like in a rest home that smells like urine? I mean, where are you going?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
Okay.
I know it's down on a lake somewhere. She's got.
Oh
a lake
no!
house.
Don't you
Oh,
even
that's
consider jumping. He gets injured a lot. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk
on
about
a
that.
lake.
No, but he'll jump in and do something crazy.
I think they do have cliffs there.
no.
Oh, you're going to Lake Whitney or Possum Kingdom.
Or
They've got cliffs.
or
I
where?
don't know. I know Kat's listening. I'm sure she'll text me.
Or the
soon.
Rio Grande Valley.
Okay. Or okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be with my family. We have. I mean, I'm so lucky to have so much family in Dallas, and we're going to my sister-in-law's and my brother's house.
Is it
And-
potluck or how does that work out?
Yeah, well, yes. So she kind of wanted to do that. And then my mom got involved and was like, I'd like to have a meeting with you and just give you all of my recipes. So, and decorations.
So, how many Thanksgiving meals will you have that day then?
So we'll do that one and everyone will bring something. I'm bringing my signature dish,
Which is?
Kraft macaroni and cheese.
With your secret ingredient?
Yes.
Which
Are you going
is?
to tell us what that is?
It's
You have to-
love.
Oh, God.
I know. That's what I tell my kids. And they're like, oh, I know.
Now, is it actually you put TLC into it, or does that mean there's like a pubic hair and you're like, that's love?
It could be if I had pubic hair.
Right.
Oh my God! What is
Dean,
going on?
Epiphany?
Dean,
Look at Dean,
what
Epiphany.
are we talking about here?
My goodness.
Yeah, and then we're going to go to my mother-in-law's house, and we're going to do like
Wait, hold on. So
double
you-
duty.
You don't actually have a special ingredient for the.
Yeah, love.
Love.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a special ingredient.
What do you
This whole
mean?
time, I thought you were going to tell us something that I could
Oh
use.
no, but I do make amazing Hello Dollies. That's kind of my other little. Have you ever had my Hello Dollies?
No.
Oh my.
What are they?
Are they like whoopie pies?
I don't know what that is, but this is like graham cracker, butterscotch, chocolate on the bottom, butter, and then you put in another layer of the chips, and then that condensed milk evaporated, and it's so yummy. That's my thing.
Okay, well, you got to bring your thing in.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, I'm so offended right now.
Yeah, Mondo.
All right, so baby
Please.
boy.
Anyway, yeah. So and then we'll go 2, and then we're gonna kind of take off for a little bit. But yeah, what's your plan?
Dean.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, this is an off year when my boys are over at their mom's. So I'll just be by myself. I'm not going to cook anything. There's no reason to cook because
Oh,
I've done that
Dean.
before when they come home on Friday. They're like, oh, we're already tired of
Yeah,
ham. We're
it's
already
like
tired
round
of-"
2,
So
yeah.
there's no reason for me to cook or anything.
So nothing.
I have some Marie Callender's turkey pot pies. I got a big box of 4 of those. So that'll be that'll be it.
Dean.
And then maybe some cherry
Get a
cola.
Susie. No, get a Susie Q from 7-Eleven. They're
Yes,
delicious.
A Suzy Q. I'll probably sleep till noon at least.
Well, you're not going to be sleeping till noon. You know, want to know why?
Why?
Oh, why?
We have a surprise for you.
No, I'm not going. No, this is the Thanksgiving
You're
I
going to
want.
North Dakota.
I am.
Yeah, congratulations. We got you a flight to Jaggers.
The Jagger's house. I'd love to go to, but I wouldn't like to go to Jagger's house for Thanksgiving because I think it would be just so exquisite. I would feel like I'm ruining everything.
No.
Totally. No, you would ruin
Yeah, you
everything.
would.
Yeah. No, but we do have a local surprise for you. Here we
I don't
go.
like
Are they
this.
walking in?
They're not walking in.
Hi, Dean. We would love for you and Logan and Connor to join us at our Thanksgiving feast this year. We are going to have the best time because you're a magician, so I hear, and another guest is a magician, so we are going to have the best magic show ever. We look forward to seeing you, and thank you for coming.
Beautiful angel.
That's my mom.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, if she was here, what I would do?
shoot her down.
Go like that.
Yeah. Are you, okay, so will you come with us?
No, because my sons aren't with me.
Okay, well we're
They're
okay.
over in. They're
No,
in
just
Mom's
you.
house.
You wanted to say something else.
Well, I
Caught
have a nickname
yourself.
for the location where they
Thank
go.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Not for air.
All right.
But just you? You guys.
Inside joke, inside baseball.
You know what it is,
I
right?
do. Yes,
Yes.
I do.
I'm very, very honored, but actually, I don't think I could do that.
Okay.
Look, I would have won another $1, by the way. If I would have bet Dean would have said no.
Oh my gosh! And my sister-in-law's brother is a magician, and he always has a trick in his pocket. And you guys could go head
I'm
to
offended.
head.
Okay, I thought you wanted me to come. No, I didn't.
I'm offended. Seriously.
Oh, really? Okay,
We'll
maybe
talk
we'll talk
about it
about
later.
it.
Yeah.
No. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, Melissa. Okay, Melissa and I, you might not see it. We have $2 on the table. You can't see it because they're green. But here's the thing. I am saying, and this is for a bet later on, that even after the show, there's no way Dean's going. No way Dean is
Really?
going. No way.
Oh, we already have your place setting.
Do you want it to be? You know what? You should. I want you to actually have a place setting for Dean and film it when he shows
No,
up.
it's already done. What do you mean? Table's already been
Oh,
set.
all right.
You're so sweet. I would be. I hate social situations.
He does.
That's a
I
really strong
do.
word.
I know.
She doesn't like the word hate.
No.
He loathes social situations
Yes. It would be an arduous experience for me.
because he has to be fake nice and all that.
Yeah, and people I don't know, like you, I adore you. I keep waiting
can
for
do-
your
what if it's
husband to
just
go belly up in some car wreck. When is that going to happen? But
I
other
don't
than
know.
that,
Maybe he's like texting and driving right now. But listen, why? What if it was just a table for you and me?
well, couldn't you think of an awkward situation?
I
to
know,
not show
right?
up?
Everyone's like looking over at
There's
the
the
table.
big
What is-
table, there's the kids' table, and then like, what's Rain Man doing with the date?
Yeah, it's the special man that Melissa brought. Aw. They thought Mondo was showing up, and instead it was Dean.
Can we approach him? I don't know. Let him get your scent first. I'm like, oh, you must be Melissa's dad. Yeah, you can sit down. No, I hate.
I just saw this place that's a scent bar. You go there and they sell scents. Anyway, that just reminded me.
just
Oh,
a scent bar.
funny.
I'm like, what will they come up with next?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll talk about it, but
There's no way.
Open
Well, no.
invitation.
Okay, great.
That is so sweet of you, but I would
I mean,
be.
Jackie
I would
came
be,
in studio to do that for you.
It's not necessary to after the show to say, okay, I know we were just out like on the air and all that, because he's still going to turn you down. It's still going to happen.
It's the thing. I'm just so. I would
what
be
if there's
so
a pubic
miserable.
hair in the macaroni?
That would be
I would
shocking.
come in and have a bite, and,
and
then
it was
I'd have to leave.
Well, what if it was gray? You would think it was
Ew.
yours. You would think it was yours.
I'm offended.
Of course. All right. Oh, yes.
Oh, look at that.
36C. All right. So that's a big no for Dean.
Okay,
And
Please don't let that be a thing with us, though. But just so you know, I mean, I can't
Oh,
stand
we-
social. Because
are-
I wouldn't know anybody. And then your nephew, who is it? And he's like, hey, and here's the card. And I was like, oh, Jesus. Nothing against
Yeah.
him. I'm sure he's awesome.
And it would probably be nonstop magic show for Dean because then it would turn into a show.
We already practiced our tricks. We got the roll thing.
Oh, my
We have the
God.
one with the salt.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Do you remember all that? Yeah, we
Of course,
we
I
actually looked
practiced.
up
I was like doing this
tricks
thing.
to do at Magic.
Oh, the French drop and all that.
Would you stop?
They got
Yeah.
somebody coming in a turkey suit just for you.
Oh, Dean.
And my uncle, he's a comedian. He has some jokes. Which jokes at a family
They
gathering,
built
they
a
never
stage
go wrong.
for you with a spotlight.
So there's three Puerto Ricans.
They're almost done with construction.
Right.
3 Puerto Ricans and a Jew. Have you heard this one?
There's going to be all Jews there. Watch it.
See, and I love the Jewish people.
Oh,
Is
thank
that an
you.
offensive thing to say?
It's not.
I would if I
You
could.
say I love the Jewish people.
I love.
How would that be offensive?
I don't know because it just sounds like weird. It's like it's like I love the black people. It just sounds weird to me.
Okay. Right.
But I love Jewish people.
Thank you.
I consider myself Jewish in many ways.
Great. We'll see you at Hanukkah.
He is circumcised.
He's coming to Hanukkah.
Yes. Oh, well, we might as well invite him for the dreidel.
Yes, there's 8 nights.
Yes.
8 glorious
I know
nights.
how it works.
Can you
Okay.
can you
Dreidel,
turn down
dreidel,
all?
dreidel.
You want to go ahead and turn down all 8 nights, or you want to just?
You want to light the? You want to light the candle?
It wouldn't do well. I
right.
don't social situations.
All right.
I
How
just-
about how are you with gefilte fish?
Oh my God,
Oh,
love.
so good.
So
Have you ever had
yummy.
some, Sherry?
Hell no.
Oh, it's delicious.
So good.
No.
And it's actually got a lot of protein.
It's really good for you.
Yuck.
Wait, what is it?
Gefilte fish.
Oh, you would like it. I'll bring you some.
What is it though?
We're gonna.
I'm
Okay.
not-
No. Wait to the. It's jellied fish. And don't
What about
eat it.
matzo ball soup?
Oh,
I'd eat
yes.
matzo ball soup all day long.
Jewish penicillin.
It is.
Yes.
Matzo ball soup, I'm all in on. Rugula, I'm all in on. Challah, I'm all in on. But that cinnamon with the cottage cheese and noodles,
Kugel.
I've never had that. That
it's
sounds
fucking
good.
nasty.
So, you know what?
It is nasty.
Your little hack sounded
Cinnamon-
nasty to me.
No, cinnamon and cottage cheese
Yeah.
and noodles.
Oh, amazing.
No.
How do you think I eat my cottage cheese?
Can I-
Splenda that thing up with
Can I
cinnamon
tell
on
you?
it?
I was dating a girl who was Jewish, and she was
I'm offended.
brilliant. and she did the whole story. She like made dinner for us. I guess the Passover meal,
That's right. Oh, you will all be at Passover.
Right.
Yes.
So we had the matzo ball soup. She brought that out, and she made
Right.
latkes. And then
No latkes at Passover.
Then this kugel stuff came out. Now, my mother is European. My mother's Swedish. She's sitting at the table. My best friend's sitting there. And I took a bite of this, and I pushed it back, and I said, I can't eat this shit. And my mother would have shot me because I said it right in front of her and in front of
yeah,
the girl.
well, that's not nice.
Well, that
You
was...
don't have to eat it, but you could just take a little bite.
I couldn't do it.
And just,
Nasty.
or not. And
Nasty.
just move on to your next
Maybe you got a
thing.
hold of some bad stuff.
She didn't tell me, number one, I don't like cottage cheese. Number two,
okay.
she didn't tell me it was in kugel.
Okay, moving on. Let's talk about the hot Uber driver. I'm done with that.
All right. Well, here's what happened. If you weren't watching the news this past week, you happened to notice that there was a lawyer who got in trouble this past weekend. She got a little toasty. Do we have video of that by any chance?
I don't think we have video of it, but if you haven't seen it, you're hiding under a rock.
Yeah, well, she berated an Uber driver, and he was very nice, and she came back out the next day and said, I feared for my life. I felt like he was going to kidnap me, but if you heard the audio, you'd be like, lady, come on, you were totally toasted.
Do you know who I am? Do you know what my job is? Trying to do this like whole power play. Now, if a man had done that...
And I'm a former Uber driver, by the way. I used to be the premium Uber driver. I drove a Cadillac. And so you have to have...
In Grand Prairie.
Yeah. Well, no, it's wherever.
Hold on, pause. We have some video of this.
Okay, here we go.
Dude, grow the up.
The cops
Take
are
a
on
left.
their way.
Oh my god, you're gonna regret this so much. Just take me home, dude. I just want to go home.
I'm asking you politely to please
No,
step out
because
of
now
my
I'm
vehicle.
pissed the off. Either drop me off at my house, or we'll wait for the cops. Because I'm not wrong.
I am waiting for the cops.
I am not wrong.
Jesus Christ. You're a f***ing idiot, you stupid f***ing hat.
Can we talk about how hot he is?
She's not too bad.
Okay, well, whatever. She's a bitch, and she was being nasty, and she was trying to use her position and power, and then coming out in the press conference and crying, and I know.
Alligator tears.
Okay.
And by the way, they did try to say that the Uber driver was the stuff that wasn't recorded. From what they were saying, that it could have been possibly he was sexually harassing her.
Okay,
Well,
whatever.
I don't believe that. And it started with her hitting him.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about how hot he is. So when you had your headshot done for your Uber,
experience,
Right.
yeah, I did it with my old iPhone.
did it look like that?
Of course. I wear a baseball cap. I can't find my old Uber picture.
No, but what she means is, I mean, this guy is posed. That's well lit. I wouldn't be surprised there's a little bit of makeup involved. And that was one of 200
hot
shots.
But here's the thing.
Right.
If
What?
you're,
I mean, that is not just a simple, oh, yeah,
No,
I put this up.
yeah.
Right. That was a production.
I want to set that guy up.
you want to have as best, especially if you're a premium driver, an Uber X driver, because you get higher clientele. My first client was in Colleyville, and there's a high money in Colleyville.
Quit bragging.
Okay.
And she was also a lawyer.
Okay, but listen, let's talk about this guy. He's good looking. I feel like the
No.
story that's going to come out of this is all of these women are going to want to be with him, or men, or whatever. I'm not sure which way he goes, and that's
Right.
okay. But
I didn't think he was that hot.
I just thought it was a little weird that he was using a headshot for auditions as his Uber picture.
Yeah. Do we know what his real job is?
No, but we should find out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, look, some people make, especially if you're Uber X, some people make that their full-time job.
Do you think that's his? Well, it is probably now. He's probably very, very popular.
Yeah. Well, look, he did the right thing. He pulled over. He said, please get out. He was being nice, courteous. He called the cops. They came. So, but
And
as
what
far as-
happened when the cops got there? Do you know?
They
Like, did
let him
get
go.
Okay.
Yeah, they let him go. They let her go. But now all the drama. But as far as him being good looking, come on. Pictures do a lot. I can be made to look semi decent in pictures.
Okay. When we come back, I want you to get that picture as closely as you can replicated.
all right.
I want you to have that look.
Speaking of which, we are off next week for Thanksgiving and Black Friday, but we'll be back.
Oh my gosh, real quick. My kids, when I told them one year it was Black Friday, they told me I was racist.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, they're like that. Mom, you're so racist.
But how did you say it?
Really?
Did you say, "Hey, tomorrow is Black Friday"? You're like, "Tomorrow's Black Friday."
No,
Like, what did you say?
I mean, what do you mean? I would say no. I think, or I even said there was maybe they saw, we got the paper. They saw an ad, and I said, "Oh, it's Black Friday. There's deals that you can get," and they were like, "Oh, that's so rude. How could you ever?" And it's like, no, but you're in.
That is such a thing, though. It's so ensconced in our buying philosophy in our head. I don't think anybody even thinks about the connotation to it. But now I'm like, oh
Well,
yeah,
because
you know
if you're
what?
in the black, it's a accounting term, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, hey, real quick.
I want to see your garage.
Yeah, so I bought
I would like to see my garage again too.
I bought an ATV. Dean's son is a genius mechanic who is working on my ATV. So I had to take my trailer there. I don't have a ramp to get the ATV off. So we had to put my trailer inside Dean's garage, and it's a 10 by 5 trailer, so it's a big trailer. Well, it's been sitting there for a while, a few weeks. But, you know, look, his son Connor can't work on it all the time, and we're getting parts for it and all this stuff. So anyway, Connor told me that he also had an idea for a business name. And so I said, well, and I craft and stuff like that, so I decided to make him one. So here's everything.
Yeah, this is nice.
Okay, so this is the garage.
There's no sound.
Nope. Dean, tell us about it.
Well, it's a 2-car garage, and
There's my trailer.
So there's the big trailer that Mondo has in there.
Oh, here we go. That's his son.
Hi, I'm Connor Lewis, founder and CEO of Reaper Repair. Reaper Repair. Don't fear the repair.
Good.
My baby boy.
Yeah, look at him.
Look at that handsome
Famous.
man. But yeah, this is me when I get. So now I get home and I've got to back into the. It's a nightmare, and I don't. You know, my car, my Saturn's, it's 10 years old now, but I take really good care of it. You know, and now it's getting like bird crap all over it, and it's like doesn't start well in the morning because it's cold, and it's like destroying the car. But look at this. You know, I have this big roll of toilet paper.
Yeah,
that I bought
pause
early-
that,
Yeah.
Jansen.
You know, an industrial strength size of toilet paper that I bought earlier in the day, and then I'd taken it out of the trunk to make room for this, the Reaper Repair sign.
Yeah.
But you'll notice, I mean, it's just spread all over. There's tires here, the trailer.
Yeah,
It-
well, he
you know,
needs working space, and Connor couldn't do this if it wasn't on the trailer. So, and I'm very, very, very extraordinarily proud of that boy. I
yes,
really
me
am.
too. He's doing great work, and it's been starting here and there. Every time I get started, I get so excited. I think, oh, my son, and I'm getting my garage back because it's been it's coming up on 6 weeks now.
Has it
I
been
think
that long?
so.
Oh, good.
I don't know. It's been a long time.
Why is your toilet paper out there?
Why not?
Because I went grocery shopping earlier in the day, and I had toilet, and I buy a big bulk thing.
Of course.
But then I had that. I wanted to hide it in the trunk, and I'd forgotten to take that out of the trunk, so that's why it was just sitting there.
Okay.
So I don't. That's not where I normally store it. I usually use it as a footrest in my living room.
All right, look what I got in my hands. We can't really do too much of a close up with it, but there's a really cool thing going on this Saturday. It's a VIP experience, sneak peek to the trains at North Park. It's their 30th anniversary and holiday family fun. They've been doing this since 1987, and whether you're young or whether you're old, the trains at North Park, everybody knows about them. We've got tickets that we're going to give away, and if you're following us on Facebook, we've got 2 pairs of 4 that we're going to be giving away, and if you want them, the first 2 people that private message me, I will hook you up with 2 pairs of 4, and you guys can go there. It's from 8 to 10 tomorrow morning. Is that right, Melissa?
That's correct.
And what else is going on?
You will be there too, right?
I will be there.
Which is a bonus.
Yes.
You thought I was going to say boner.
Boner.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Now, are you making an appearance, or do you have an Uber drop off?
I'm driving myself as an Uber driver.
Okay, so there's breakfast and coffee and activities, face painting. I want you to get your face painted, Mondo.
You do? I'm going to have my daughter do it. I've got business meetings the rest of the day on Saturday.
Well, Dean went to a meeting with lipstick on.
That's true.
Yeah, I did.
So
yeah, but he lost the gig though. So
That's
yeah,
true.
Well, and then we have some other tickets too, with some free valet parking throughout the holiday season.
Right.
Which at North Park, valet parking. Oh my gosh, to have free parking is just amazing.
It is. So it's at Mondo Mike is my Twitter, Facebook. You're following me on at Mondo Mike. So just meet me there before 8:00 on tomorrow morning at North Park.
If they're the winner.
If they're the winner, and I'll give you all the details inside the private message. So if you want to go to it,
Are you dressing like an elf or anything?
Is it that obvious?
Okay.
Of course I am. Probably not, but I will be with my beautiful wife and my daughter. So
Oh, that's great. Everyone can meet him.
yeah,
Yeah, and we're going to be there too. So we're
Melissa's
coming with
gonna
the
be there?
whole family.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
yeah. And what? So I've never actually.
And I think, and the other people that would be at Thanksgiving will be there. If you, you know, poor Dean. Oh my God. The
I'm
whole,
sleeping in tomorrow.
Dean,
the whole gang.
I sleep naked, by the way.
oh,
Okay.
I'm offended.
Speaking
right, so-
of being offended.
Right. So we have.
Do
Unless
we,
my kids are home, and then I wear a parka.
Do you think Jagger sleeps naked?
No way.
One can dream, can't they?
He sleeps like Dick Van Dyke with a full outfit on.
Oh, and like the slippers next to him.
Yeah, the striped pajamas.
And he pops up out of bed. Yeah. He's ready for his morning.
He and Patrick have 2 separate beds
Right.
with a nightstand between it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Jagger. Oh,
we're getting him.
We're actually, so we're getting Jagger. And we have, at the end of every show of the Oddcast podcast, we get Jagger on from various locations in the United States. I think this time he's actually in Puerto Rico helping out, which is good. We're
philanthropist.
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
But he is
his presence is warming everyone up.
Yeah, he's a block captain no matter where he's at, including on our show. Right?
Oh, yeah. He's always the block captain.
Yes. Hello, Jagger.
Right, so we have...
You're in delay, Jagger.
Oh, hold on.
Turn it down.
Turn your radio
You're in delay. Is this your first time?
Radio
Is this
101.
your first time?
Oh, my
really?
God.
You're going to do that?
This is Chris Jagger, first-time caller.
Thank you.
Turn down your radio.
Let me tell you, if that was me, I would be getting ripped to shreds. And he laughs about it.
Yeah,
Oh, well, do you see whose name is on executive producer? So I'm allowed to do that.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, I've never
Here we
been
go.
called and then put directly on the show. So it happened very fast.
Why can't, look,
Usually
why,
there's
no. Why can't you
there's
just
a little lull.
Why can't you just accept it and apologize and move on?
No, he won't.
No, instead of making excuses.
No.
No.
No, he won't.
And then, by the way,
Well, okay.
I pink posted you this morning too, with the morning wood. I was right.
With the urologist?
I call it
No,
it's
bullshit.
You're both right. It's a draw.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's a bit of a draw, but I would say that urologist is probably not the key guy to go through.
Oh, my God.
Probably
What do
not.
you mean? I haven't gotten
Well,
pregnant
because
yet.
Jagger was on the air. Who was it with? Jagger, you were on the air with?
Dr. Judy.
And who is she?
Clinical psychologist, certified sex therapist.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, but
she's not a urologist, though.
No, but she has
Big
much more
difference.
qualifications.
Big difference.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we also, what do you sleep in?
Okay, but and here's the one sentence that he gave that to me made him irrelevant was that when Melissa asked him, why is it during the day then when you have to go urinate you don't get an erection? And he said, because most of the time your bladder doesn't get that full, which is bullshit. Every guy knows that there have been times where like, oh my God, I got to piss like a racehorse, that expression, or you've got to go so bad it's unbelievable. And guess what? You don't get an erection.
No,
So
you know
the
why?
two
Wait a
have-
minute.
The
Here's
two
why.
don't necessarily go hand in hand.
Hang up,
and
Bonnie. Hang up, Bonnie.
they listen when you do the research and you ask the doctor. He even said he thinks that the bladder may have something to do with it.
You Trump lover. That's what it is. Always got to come up with something. And you just can't stand it when I'm right.
I just go with the facts. That's all.
Bullshit facts.
Oh, my God.
All right. Hey,
By the way,
Oh,
hey,
boy.
Jansen, can you pull up that footage of Connor with that sign that Mondo? This is what I love about Mondo. Mondo's in there. He's the braggadocious guy that's going, I am a craftsman and I am a bit of a sign maker, so I decided to take the great name that he came up with and produce this fantastic sign for him. That looks like something that my 4th grade daughter would have done in art class.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Connor loved
No,
it, so I don't
seriously.
care. I don't care. And besides, it's a
It looks
50s.
like
It's a 50s
it looks
font.
like-
Look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah, Connor cried a little bit.
No,
He was so
what-
happy.
What is that? It looks like a piece of paper with a pen mark
No,
on
are you kidding? It's chalk paint, expensive wood, birch.
it. Oh my God!
That
Well,
birch
maybe
is-
we need a better. Maybe we need a better picture of it because it looks like shit.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, my
No,
God.
you know,
Oh, my
this
God. Tell
is
us how you really feel.
This is how whenever he gets attacked when he's wrong, he always flips it around. You can't hurt my feelings, son. Don't you know who I am? Oh man. All right, hey.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Do me a favor. Wait. And then can I add one more thing that I love this morning?
Please.
Of course, yes.
Please.
By all means.
Mondo's pitch for the ticket when he was reading, whether you are young or you are old, you can come out and enjoy the train.
I'm only reading. Boy, I tell you, he just can't stand it. Oh, trust me, I've heard many a time where you sounded like you were reading copy, mailing it in.
Come out to North Park tomorrow. We will have tickets for you.
I'm sure we'll play that in 2 weeks.
Yeah, you bitch.
You'll manipulate it some way.
Oh my God! And then the Uber X bragging. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, that's
The
right.
Uber bragging.
Come on, I'm Mr. Uber. You would have totally hit on me.
I think he would have hit on the other driver.
How many people?
Melissa's right though. That guy's picture was. I would have guessed he's an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From that headshot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an actor or a
That's
model.
his, IMDb shot.
No,
I mean, that's not.
no. I guarantee you, he probably works at one of the Amazon shipping centers.
No, well, I'm going to find out.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
No, look,
I'm
we
an investigative reporter.
Mondo is trying to justify that it's a high-end Uber driver, and that's why he's got that kind of picture. I'm like, are you nuts?
Uber X drivers, look, if you want to get picked up, if you want to be
I'm going to
selected.
pull up. Okay, fine. I'm going to pull up Uber X driver photos
Okay.
to compare that to. There's no way. I've taken a lot of Ubers.
I've been in.
Yeah.
Right, I've been in plenty Uber X's, and the picture that comes up on my phone of them is them taking a selfie.
Have you ever taken a ride without getting an Uber X driver?
No, he would not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Oh, yeah, I have.
Well, just Mondo, is there actually?
Melissa's calling bullshit on you.
Are there actually elite Uber drivers? This is like finding
Yes.
out there's an elite Walmart manager.
You have to have an elite car.
Yeah, the elite Walmart checker,
Yeah.
please.
Oh, we're going to get our elite checker to help you bring up that pallet of mayo. So, no, it's
Listen,
just... Yeah.
I'm in Portland. There's all kind of, you know what they drive? They drive those Toyota Priuses. That's like the #1 Uber car.
But not the Uber X. Are they considering those Uber X drivers?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm saying I take regular Ubers on occasion, and the Prius or the Ford Focus is another one.
Oh,
I have to cram myself into the back of the
Yeah, that
fucking
poor
car.
driver. I can't even imagine.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, listen.
Well, okay,
Mondo
but
says
we have
there's
a
Uber
question.
drivers, when they pull up, the guy pops out with a trumpet. What is thou destiny, sire?
Right.
Okay, before we get to the question.
Okay.
Do you
Hurry.
Okay. Oh goodness.
Uh-huh.
Do you sleep in pajamas that are full on button down with pants?
I said Dick Van Dyke
Yeah.
pajamas.
With your slippers on the side of the bed.
Yeah.
Really? That surprises me.
Not me.
I know
I'll
the
send you a picture. Listen, for the first year, I got the whole family the same, flannel pajamas. So we're going to take one of those awful family photos.
See, I actually thought before you went to bed, you oiled yourself up and no shirt on in case there's a fire. So when the firemen show up.
Oh, yeah. Well, there is that fear from Jagger about wearing shoes all the time. So, yeah, always ready. All right, listen. So
ask your
here's
question.
our what would Jagger do? So,
And there's money
There
right
we
there.
go.
there is money riding on
Roll
this.
it.
All right, so Melissa and I made a bet yesterday. According to what your answer is, we have $1 each on this. If Jagger was invited to Melissa's house and he needed to excuse himself because he needed to use the restroom and was going to use her own personal restroom, would you rummage around in her medicine cabinets and root around in her drawers if you knew you weren't going to get caught?
All right, give me your answers first.
I said that you would totally root around in her medicine cabinet without regard to anything. Melissa?
I just don't think he would. I don't have anything to hide. I think he knows a lot. And what is he going to find? Like a G-string? Or he's going to find my medicine, my whole cocktail? There's nothing to find.
Dean, what do you think?
I think anything he pees on grows. So, no, I don't. I think he would. I think he would rummage through.
Yeah. Jansen?
Yeah, I know he would.
Yeah. Jagger?
Why?
Yeah,
You really?
I know he would. Yeah, see, it's unfair because Melissa doesn't know me as well as you guys do.
Thank
so,
you.
Mondo, collect your dollars.
I did.
Are you kidding? You really? But I don't understand. I mean, you're not going to find what are you looking for?
Because
I know
the
that
world
you're
isn't right, and he's trying to correct everything.
And I know he sneaks around. His whole philosophy is you can always ask for forgiveness. And so I get that.
Jagger, your answer? Because she doesn't believe why you would.
My answer is, of course I would.
But why?
Why?
She doesn't understand why you.
Okay, so basically, I feel like I'm a human, sort of anthropologist that I study humanity.
Oh my God.
And anthropologists search through and try to understand how people live and what do they have. And so I guess there's a bit of that in me.
But curiosity, too.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think you would find that would
That's not the point.
It's not the point?
like he's looking for revelation. It's just interesting.
Exactly. I don't think I'm going to find anything. That's not the point. It's not like I have an intent to go, I need to go find XYZ. I just need to open things up and see what's in there and see how people live. Because when you go to someone's house, it's a facade. You see only what they want you to see.
Like,
Can I tell you all
Jagger.
something?
Okay, I understand. So then if you open the drawers and they're like all messy, you're
Right.
like, you think that
You just
one
shoved
thing,
everything
you've
in
shoved
there.
everything in, right?
Hey, didn't you go
Yeah.
through like George Michael's stuff?
Yes. I was in George Michael's house in Highland Park.
Yeah.
And our friends that were the contractors there said we could come over and check out the work that they were doing. And so we were he had so much pot in the kitchen drawer, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Don't judge.
He's
Well,
the
can I
late-
tell you
No, I
something?
didn't. I mean,
Back when I was married, Jagger and Patrick came over to our house. We had like a housewarming, and I actually made sure that there was vitamins in my bathroom.
It's so
I swear
funny.
to God, I went and bought vitamins and left them in the bathroom. Just
You
in case he was
staged your
looking through.
house to look
You
healthy.
have to.
Even
You
in the
staged
cabinets.
it,
Yeah, even
Yeah.
in the cabinets. I was
Yeah.
like, because I knew he was going to go through that.
You have to, because there's it's
let
not
me
just
say,
that. You
I
also
would never
judge.
excuse myself.
Oh, he's a total judger.
Yeah, you also judge beyond that, because then it'll be, oh, do you know what? And you may not tell us,
No,
but
he's
you'll
not a
tally
gossip
tell
guy.
Patrick. Yeah.
He doesn't gossip. He just
No,
No,
he's
he
not a
doesn't.
go-
No, you
no,
don't.
yeah,
but
he
you
won't
would
gossip.
totally tell Patrick, I can't believe what that girl had in her
Ah!
you know what I mean, in her medicine cabinet or whatever, and then you'd be totally
Oh
spilling
yeah,
the beans.
they make fun of me all the time.
Oh,
He's
I
like,
know.
"Oh my gosh, Patrick and I keep laughing about how you said wallpaper was coming back," and like they think, or I said we should get trucker hats for the show. He's like, "Oh, always," but I don't think that's not rummaging through my stuff. That's just giving me a hard time.
That's it. All right.
Okay, so all right. Well, there you go. Well, how would you feel if
Yeah,
I was at
but-
your house and I was looking through and found your penis pump?
He wouldn't care.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't care.
Wow.
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me.
It's your fault for going into the
If
library.
I own it, then I own it. There's nothing in my house that I don't own that I don't give a shit that somebody sees.
Yeah.
But how would you feel if you walked in and I was going through your stuff?
Well, if you were
laugh.
sniffing it, it would be weird.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
there you go.
On that note, all right. Thank you,
Okay.
Jagger. That's What Would Jagger Do? And this is the Oddcast podcast. Next week, we are off, so we'll catch you in a couple of weeks, but you can also catch us on iTunes. We got activated yesterday thanks to Melissa and Jansen.
Thank
so
you.
can always catch our episodes on iTunes. Thanks, everybody, for listening and for
Subscribe
watching.
and like. Subscribe and like.
Subscribe and like. Yeah, especially Oddcast podcast, podcitypodcast.net, every Friday, 10 to 11 in the morning. Catch you in a couple weeks.